My picture's not blurry, so they got that already. So.
Picture is not blurry. Yeah, so it's already doing better. So there we go. We are live. There we go. We are live.
We are live. All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. The normal fare of the beginning of the night is the Pledge of Allegiance. You ready?
Ready.
1, 2, 3.
I pledge allegiance
to
the flag
of
the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Woohoo! Oh, my iPad locked up. Can't have that. I'm just gonna play the music in low in the background, so maybe they won't cancel our show.
Yeah, well, we're sharing all our profits with them, is what we're doing.
Yeah,
the millions of dollars we're making, we're sharing it with them.
From our 4 guests and visitors. Yeah, so
yeah,
but, it's funny. I don't know if you saw the Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow, so there's 4 more weeks of winter. So
that's what they say.
Cruel summer is not going to happen for at least 4 more weeks. So
that's right.
I'm back out. You can go ahead with yours. I'm out.
All right.
So.
There we go.
There we go.
Is everybody ready? Because we're ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present, whatever.
All right. Are you ready?
Yes, we are ready. At least we think we are.
Rick and Jeff!
Unfiltered! Yes,
Kenny Travis is
we are
watching.
Unfiltered.
Hello,
welcome, Kenny Travis. So we are about as unfiltered as we will ever be. We
hello
pretend like we know what we're doing. And we want to make sure that we can provide a good time for you. So,
are you ready to rock?
Are you ready
a long
to
time.
rock?
It has, Ken. You know, you've been off and on a little bit here and there, but never since the beginning to the end. It's been a while. Good to see you on.
Good to see you, Ken.
Would you like to do another one with me? Yeah, all right. Let's
maybe we should bring Kenny on if he's able to come on, and we can talk with Kenny and see what's going on.
Yeah, we could try that. You want to try that, Kenny? You want to try to come on?
He said, "Fellas, it's been a long time," and he walked away. Look at that.
Yeah, he walked away. I did my part. I helped with the podcast, and now I'm done. So, yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Sure, he says. So let's see. You gonna do it, brother?
I will give it a shot. Let's give it a try. Let's go to Kenny.
Go invite. Okay, I'll try it. Let me try it.
it's asking for yeah, you try it.
Oh wait, Kenny, I gotta have your email.
Because I thought there used to be a thing like bring him on the show here. Oh, here.
Yeah, it says invite.
No, that's
Hey Kenny, send me your email on my.
Used to be something.
Oh, maybe.
I thought next to their name they used to. Oh, look, he just published it to the world. Woohoo!
Oh, there you go. Okay, let's see.
I keep turning it off.
Invite.
Turning it on. I don't know what the hell's going
on. I can't. Now I can't see it. What is it? Read it out to me, Jeff.
Ken Travis, KenTravis. 77.
77. Hang on.
Gmail.com.
I'm not working. Hang on. How come this isn't working?
Let me do it.
How come this is not working?
Hello, Bueller.
Email. There it is. Okay. Ken.
Jet airtime. Travis.
Ken. Travis 77
at gmail.com. Not that anyone will ever know this.
Okay. At gmail.com. Okay, and
you start getting spam just because of the
send it.
Jeff Unfiltered show.
There you go. I sent it to you, Ken. And hopefully we'll figure that out. I don't know. Hopefully you get that, and then you come on and we'll talk some crap, because that's what we do.
We can talk some crap.
Talk some Shiite Muslims.
So President Trump is getting a lot of his nominees, approved and declared through the Senate. So that's a good thing.
That he is.
Pam Bondi was sworn in last night by Judge. Why can't I think of his name? Police. Oh my gosh, I just had.
Is he Supreme Court judge?
Yeah, Supreme Court Justice. Oh my gosh, I had his name again. The one that
that guy.
The Democrats were trying to prevent from getting on the Supreme Court.
Oh, the last. I know who you mean. I can't think of his name. I picture his face. I can't think of his name.
Clarence Brown, Judge Brown. No, Judge
No.
Thomas. Clarence
Thomas.
Clarence Thomas. There you go.
Yeah.
Wow. Pull my head out of my butt and hear the.
Wow. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clarence. Anyway.
Thomas. Yeah. So I like Clarence Thomas, but apparently I can't remember his name. I didn't want to call him by the color of his skin. The colored guy. So because I just think that's rude.
Yeah. I know that. I don't mind doing that. So if you see 5 guys, and one of them's black, and you say the black guy, is that racist? No, it's an easy way to tell them apart.
I don't know. Ask Kenny.
It's an easy way to tell them apart. That's the way I look at it.
Ask Kenny.
And if you see 5 black guys and 1 white guy, you say the white guy.
Where's your wife tonight? Anyway, she can answer these questions for us. Maybe.
She's working, so she probably won't be on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You should text her to take a break to come join our show and answer a race.
She should take a break. You know what? I think this internet's working out. I think we're closer to talking to each other than we are with the other bullshit internet that I had.
Yeah, and your audio's not breaking up and your picture's not breaking up. I think it's awesome. It looks great.
Yeah, so everybody, I got new internet, got rid of the satellite, and I got some line internet, and this is our first time doing it, and it looks like it's going to be a lot better. So we will see. I'll go back and rewatch the podcast when it's over to find out for sure.
Yeah. Have you heard anything from Kenny yet?
I have not. So Ken, did you get the message? Yeah, who knows? Bueller. So anyway, so go ahead.
Pam Bondi, Marco Rubio, Pete Hegseth. That was a good win for them.
Yeah.
Christy Neal.
And did you notice where these people are when there's problems?
Yeah.
They're where the problems are. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Think of this theory. You go to where the problems are. Oh my gosh. And even Vice President Vance went back to where the train derailed and was talking to those people again.
Right. Well, they need to be talked to because the Biden administration didn't talk to them.
And yet all these people, so this, I just read a post a couple minutes ago. It said,
here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
All you people, hang on, what did it say? All you people who complained about, hang on, let me find it. Go ahead, brother. I'll find it.
Well, I was going to say, so I think we've pretty much proven the fact that your internet sucked because it's working great now. This is the best stream that we've had, to be honest with you. So, yeah.
Anyways, I don't remember exactly what it said, but it was basically all you people didn't think or complained wicked when somebody did something. But Elon Musk does the Nazi salute and you don't do anything. Well, that's so full of crap. I'm telling you, it was not a Nazi salute, by the way.
Tampon Tim did the same thing, and Kamala Harris did the same thing.
And then I told that to someone the other day. I can find Hillary Clinton doing this. I can find Kamala Harris doing this. I can find Tampon Tim doing this. It's not a Nazi salute. And when they say, I remember when Tampon Tim did it, and people were bitching about him doing it in Nazi. I go, you fucking people are stupid. That's not a Nazi salute. He just looks like an idiot doing what he was doing. And Musk looked like an idiot when he was doing it too.
Yeah.
Oh, my heart's out to you. Oh, my heart's out to you. Yeah. Oh, now I'm going to be in on the Nazi salute bullshit too. But I don't care.
It does a Nazi heart salute. Woo!
Yeah. So, by the way, this is not a Nazi salute.
Right.
If I remember correctly, you did this.
I don't know because I never did.
If I remember correctly, watching the Nazis do it, that's what you did. It wasn't my hand on my heart. It was this. Okay. Right. And there's a big difference there, by the way. People who may be listening. Patricia Walsh is on. Hello, Patricia.
Hello, Patricia. Dastardly deeds done dirt cheap. Yeah. What do you want to help us out with tonight, Patricia?
Yeah.
What kind of deeds you want to help us with tonight? We got 4 people watching this show right now, and 2 of them are actually the hosts. So, it's not like anybody didn't know about it.
Yeah. So, so I just have a problem with idiots that just make stuff out of nothing, and it goes both ways. It does.
Yeah.
Like I said, they did it when Walsh did it, and they're doing it when Musk did it.
I didn't didn't hear anybody say anything about when Waltz did it.
Oh, I did. I remember some people saying it. Yeah, I remember people saying it. He looks like a Nazi out there. I don't think it was as bad as what they're saying about what Musk did, because this happened about a week ago, and they're still talking about it today.
Yeah.
I was like,
well, they're still talking about January 6th when they're trying to do, interrogate Kash Patel. That's all they want to talk about. Is
oh, right.
6th,
Yeah. What did Kash Patel have to do with January 6th? I don't think he had anything to do with it, did he?
No, he actually did. He did. He was actually working with the Department of Defense to bring in a National Guard. So he was getting the National Guard troops ready to come in. So at the moment that the affirmation came forward for them to allow National Guard to come in to protect the House, the Senate, then they would have been basically in the city in seconds, right?
Right.
And all three, Nancy Pelosi, who was the Speaker of the House, Chuck Schumer, who was the head of the Senate, and Mayor Browser, whatever her name is, who was the mayor of D.C., all of them declined the request to bring National Guard to support the
but you know what? You can't find that in the January 6th committee. You know why?
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh, because they got rid of all those records. They whatever they did with them, you can't find them. And that's probably legal too, by the way. I don't know, but
I think like they wiped them with a cloth. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you wipe it with a cloth or something like that. Yeah, that's
so they had the Hillary scheme on getting rid of all the stuff, which is kind of funny because and they also mentioned in the show multiple times. Well, there's a couple of officers that died during January 6th. Yeah, bullshit.
That did not happen. By the way, that did not happen.
Yeah. So
the one guy died a couple days later, and he had an aneurysm, and they tried to blame it on him getting hit in the head with a fire extinguisher. And you went back, and he never got hit in the head with a fire extinguisher. Someone made that up. So I don't know, guys. It just keeps sending me back to your show. Huh?
I don't know.
Huh. I forget how we did. It's been so long since we had somebody on, Kenny.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing wrong here.
Did you send him an invite, or what did you send him?
It's when you go to invite, it says
it says copy. Oh, here.
Yes,
let me do something. Let me do something. I know how.
Okay, you try something, brother. You're smarter at this crap than I am.
Kenny, it's going to come from me, which is going to be, you might as well say this, Jeff at ocmacmedic.com. But let's see.
But anyways, so I'm just wondering what anybody thinks about if RFK or Tulsi Gabbard's going to get through. They both squeaked through. But there's a lot of debate on both of them people. And seems to me like some of the Republicans don't even want them in, but it's all good. At least I get to see your beautiful faces. Well, we wish we could have you would outdo us both, Kenny, if you got on here,
But you should have it soon, Ken. You should have an email. Check your email.
Check it again. Check
your email.
All right. So anyways, we got like I said, we got RFK Jr. and we got Tulsi Gabbard. Both of them made it through by the skin of their teeth.
Well, no, they haven't made it through. They got out of committee.
Well, that's what I mean. They made it through committee.
Senate. Yeah,
they made it through committee by the skin of their teeth. They got to be voted, and that's going to take a while because the Democrats are going to hold it up. And but that is what it is. That's politics at its best, right there.
You're talking about the officer that they were saying, during January 6th that he's like hit with a fire extinguisher or whatever.
Right.
You know what they said yesterday? So this was a Democrat. I wish I remember. It might have been Shifty Shift.
Probably Shifty. Or no, that sure I think it was Rankin was talking yesterday. Is that his name, Rankin?
Well, they were all talking. They have like 13 Democrats and 14 Republicans. Anyway, one of the Democrats was confronting Kash Patel and saying, well, one of because I guess there's some choir boys music that the people that were in prison were singing, and Kash Patel helped them to get it out to the public so they could raise money to help the families of those that were, wrongfully imprisoned or whatever he's saying,
Yeah.
But they were bringing up, they said, so-and-so who's one of the members of the choir, sprayed Officer Sitnick in the face.
Hey, there's Kenny.
Travis. Woohoo! Bring him on, baby.
All right.
You got him?
I got him.
All right.
Wow,
Hey,
wow,
you
you're
go.
really loud, man. You're really loud.
That's what my wife always says.
Oh yeah.
Rick's
you got-
wife says the same thing. My wife
Yeah.
does too, just to say. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you got an ugly mug there, buddy. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
After I just gave both of you a compliment, you son of a bitch.
Well,
How are
Oh.
you, Kenny?
All right, hanging in there. How about you guys?
We're doing well.
Doing
We're doing
Good
well.
to have you on the show, man. Now
Yeah,
we got
thanks for
three-
inviting me.
We got 4 people watching, and 3 of them are on the show.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we'll get Pat on too. Pat,
Yeah,
you want to come on?
Pat, you want to come on? We can have a 4-way conversation going on here. Holy
Oh.
Jeez.
So-
man.
So this is Kenny Travis. He's my nephew from my
Yep.
first marriage, and yep, he's a good guy.
From
We
your
stay
first
in touch.
marriage?
Yeah, from my
from your
first
first marriage?
Yeah, he's Ricky and Nicole's cousin.
Oh,
Yep.
I did not know that, Kenny. I thought that you were nephew from Rick's second marriage. To be honest with you, that's why I was like,
Jesus, Rick, how many marriages you have?
3.
Ah, the lucky number 3.
Well, one
Yeah.
divorced, one passed away, and now
Oh.
I got the love of my life. So
Oh, sorry to hear that.
She's
part of
trying
life.
to ride him into the grave. I'm just saying.
All right. Take that
No,
whatever way you want.
yeah, exactly.
Good way to go.
Good way to go.
Yep.
to the grave, for sure. Yeah. So
Every
Oh,
guy
man.
says that until somebody else reads their obituary.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Wow. So where are you at now, Kenny? I didn't realize that was the deal. So yeah, where are you at now?
I'm at home right now. As of now, I got tomorrow off because all that snow that's coming in.
Oh, you
so-
got
You,
snow
you
coming
still
in?
driving truck, right?
Yep. I was just in Philly today. I was talking to a bunch of guys down there, and I was like, no matter what happens Sunday, your city's burning down. They're like, yep.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Well, same thing happens in LA if any LA teams in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, it just happens in LA every 10 years anyways, so doesn't matter.
That's a whole
Riots
thing.
and
Well, they just burned it down a couple months ago just because. So
yeah. Yeah.
I shouldn't make a joke about that. That's a lot of devastation
Yeah.
there.
Oh, it is.
But
Yeah. Yeah, Trump had a great line though. Water is quite how do you put it? It's quite useful or something like that.
Yeah.
Like for the
Oh, yeah.
fire. Yeah.
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 Oh
Well, the
man.
amazing thing is that now the non-valve valve has been opened up so that water can start flowing to the Central Valley into Southern California.
Yeah.
So, but
Wow.
there's no valve. I don't know what he thinks there's a valve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why you think there's a valve. You just turn a valve and it comes on. No.
Yeah.
And
Well, how about what that Doge just discovered about the leftist media? That is crazy.
what'd they find out?
Oh, like $8 million went to Politico.
Oh
I-
yes.
Yeah, what were they spending? $15,000. It was like $514,000 for 37 subscriptions, and then New York Times involved. The Associated Press is involved. It's getting crazy.
Imagine, you think that has anything to do with the way the New York Times reports the news? I'm just saying. I'm just curious. Just curious.
No, it would never be an
No.
influential thing like
Yeah,
that.
they seem to be very pro-Republican, so I'd say
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
It's funny.
kind of.
It
Pro
all
First Amendment right and everything.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
weird. It always goes in one direction towards the left. Always goes that way.
I
It's
can
like,
never figure that
yeah.
out. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, like voter
You know-
fraud. Yeah, it's always the Democrats that are doing the voter fraud. The Republicans aren't doing voter fraud. So how's that working again? I don't know.
Well, you know,
Yeah,
I used to get that paper because I get the New York Post. I used to get that one too. And the first time Trump won, they came out with a statement. We didn't understand that this is what you wanted us to do, so maybe we should report the news differently. And I'm like, I got rid of them right there.
yeah.
You're admitting what you're doing, and I'm done with you. I'm done with
Yep.
you. I can't do it anymore. But yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I just got into an argument with a guy at my work today because he was complaining about that Doge thing, and I was like, I don't understand why you're upset about them, but you're okay with all the corruption they're uncovering. Like,
Yeah.
why are you not upset about your tax dollars being wasted? I was like, I don't get it. Yeah, so he called me a right-wing kook and a mega, like an ultra mega, and I was like, "Yeah, you do what you got to do, man." But
My
Well,
wife was watching.
you know what I
Kathy
you know what I
Bennett's
s-
watching.
well,
Hello,
Wayne
Wayne.
Thayer's on too.
Hello, Wayne. Sorry, didn't
yeah,
mean to interrupt you, Kenny, but
So Kenny, this is what I always say. Once they start calling names, they got nothing else. That's
Yep.
all they got. They,
Yep.
they can't deal with the facts, and they just going to call you names. And I know whenever they do that, I'm on Facebook. Someone calls me a name, I go, and because we're going to name calling, I'm out. And that's all I
Yep.
say. I'm done.
right.
And
Yeah.
it just or what? Because we're going to name calling, I know I've made my point, and you've got nothing. I'm out. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, and
But-
it's what's crazy is they talk about the right being divisive and stuff like that. I'm like, we're not the ones calling you Nazis, fascists, Hitlers. It's like, wow, it's
Exactly.
just let's be honest here, fellas. I mean, come on,
Right.
you know.
Right. Oh,
Yeah,
I know.
my favorite's the people that have been quiet for 4 years and now all of a sudden they find their voice. That's my
Oh,
favorite one. They're great.
It is coming around. It's coming around. And I always say this. I always say it's better off when the both powers are in power. Neither one is in power. They both have to share the power. But I gotta say, the Democrats doesn't seem like they've learned their lesson.
No.
Not at all.
Therefore, I think the Republicans need to stay in power for a while until the
think they will
Democrats
be.
learn their lesson. Well, we'll
Well, did you
see.
did you
I
see
think they
who
will too,
hired
but
to
we'll
be
see.
The DNC, the Democratic National Committee head of the DNC.
No.
Yeah,
who's
well,
He's already
David
doubling
Hogg.
down. Yeah, he's already doubling down.
Yeah.
On, transgender. DEI. We need to eliminate the funding to the police. It's like
Get rid of your gun.
Anything last
Yep.
month or last
So-
year or what?
Yeah. Well, my wife's not a big fan of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. She doesn't like him at all. And so I was watching his confirmation period, and there's a guy, God, he's from Georgia. Senator from Georgia, is black guy.
Are you not talking about the guy that said, God, what is his name? I know who you're talking about.
That's
Hank- Hank Thompson or something like that.
No.
It's
No,
not the guy that want. It's not the guy wanting to know if the island would capsize with that.
No.
Because he's from Georgia too. Hank Johnson, that was the guy's name.
That's funny as hell, though. I remember that.
Yeah.
That was great.
That
Oh,
four-star
man.
general staring at him.
Yeah,
No, Ralph Warnock.
Oh yeah.
So when he was grilling and he was going off on him, and I'm watching it, and I'm on the phone with Dulcie, and I said,
Raphael. Sorry, just want to say Raphael Warnock.
Raphael Warnock. Okay,
Yeah.
so I was watching him, and I go, look, this is the only reason I need to like Kennedy, because he's so against it.
Right.
And I like Kennedy because this guy's so against him, because he
Right.
makes no sense at all in his arguments, and
Nah.
he just keeps on going. And anyways, that was my argument to my wife why she should like Kennedy, because of Raphael Warnock doesn't like him.
Raphael Warnock.
You should like him because this guy doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Well-
Oh man.
Yeah, that's like Dan Bongino always says. Like with RFK too, he's like the right people don't like him. Yep,
Right.
and you're like, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that makes you think he's going to do a good job.
I mean, he's a little crazy. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I wouldn't admit I shot a bear or whatever he did in New York City. I wouldn't admit that, but hey, to each their own.
He didn't shoot.
No,
it.
He hit it with a car.
Yeah, something, whatever it was.
And then he took it and dropped it off in the park.
Yeah.
He found it dead on the side of the road. And
Oh,
he was gonna
okay.
do something with it, and then he realized he doesn't have time because he's got to go catch a plane. So he did.
It's gonna
takes
rot
down,
in his
drops
car.
it off, and-
Yeah,
Like,
that's
Oh.
and at least he admitted it. It's like, wow, you wouldn't normally hear a Democrat admit that they did something stupid like that, but he's like, yeah, I did that. Yeah, it's true, I did.
Yeah. I'm hoping that statistic he said isn't true though. 1 out of 36 kids is autistic now. That is
it is.
crazy.
Yes, it is. And what is the reason? And why hasn't anybody ever tried to find out? That right there is the reason I like him. He's crazy on some shit. He really is. He does. But if he can find out why we're less healthy in America than any other country in the world, and figure it out, then it was a good pick. As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Did you see Rand Paul talk about that? He did an
No.
interview by himself afterwards, and he was talking about like 20 years ago, certain vaccines, like the hepatitis B vaccine. Why am I giving this to my kid when he's six hours old? He's like, it makes no
Right.
sense. 20 years from, 20 years later, they're like, you don't need that. He goes, who's to say they don't need these vaccines? He's like, you guys are like preaching false prophets here, and he's a doctor, so.
Well, and here's the thing Kennedy says about the vaccines. Everybody's, all the people who don't like him, the left, and by the way, he used to be a Democrat, and they used to love him because he was suing oil companies and suing all these people and Donald Trump.
Then ride his plane, yeah.
And then he wanted to run against Joe Biden. They all of a sudden everybody hated him.
Yeah.
And in reality, if they would have let him run, they would have had a better candidate than they had because he would have beat Joe Biden. He would have beat Camilla.
Well,
but anyways,
first debate, Joe Biden had been out of it. Just
yeah,
absolutely. With Trump,
Yeah.
But
yep.
If they did it when he's running for the position and they had debates, then that would have been even better because that would have been a year and a half ago.
Best says RFK at 70 is stronger than most 50-year-olds, and he's spot on about the autism. Beth, I'm 63, and I bet I could kick his ass. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, Rick, how much testosterone are you on, Rick? Because I know he's on a hell of a lot.
I don't take testosterone, but I still kick his ass.
No, that's what Kennedy human growth hormone.
He looks
on human growth hormone, of course.
Yeah, yes, he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, what I was going to say about him is all these people who say he's an anti-vaxxer. He's not anti-vax. He questions the vax.
Yeah.
And what he does is all these new vaccines that they came out with, they didn't go through the process. They didn't go. Let's see how effective they are, and that's what he's questioned. What is the effectivity? What's that word? Effectivity? Is that right? No, the
authenticity.
The effectiveness, the efficacy of these.
Close enough.
And they don't know because they never went through the process. He starts questioning them, and then they start, oh, you're anti-vax, anti-vax. That's not what he's doing.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he submit through FOIA, like looking for the test for any of the vaccines, and there was absolutely no test?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Exactly.
To Fauci, he was trying to get information from Fauci, and Fauci was basically saying anti-vax and all this stuff, and he went after him. And he said, "Look, give me the test." And Fauci said, "Okay, I can do that." And then they found out about a month later that they don't have any tests. They can't give you any tests because they don't have.
And here again, what I just said. Once they start calling names, you know you got him. Fauci calls him an anti-vaxxer. You know he's got him because he's got no reply other than he's an anti-vaxxer. That's it. And Fauci should go to jail. He should. And here's how they'll get him in jail. Okay, he got pardoned. Bring him in and make him testify and tell all the shit he knows about COVID and all these other. The AIDS one is another one.
Hey,
he fucked up pretty bad. Hey, Dulcie, how you doing, sweetheart?
Yep. Did you ever watch that movie?
I have not.
It's so good.
I heard Joe Rogan talking about it the other day, though.
Really good. Really good. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it is a movie. It's Hollywood, so it's like, But then I read about it, and some of the stuff wasn't true. But Fauci's an ass. It's all to it, man.
So they
Come back.
Bring him in, he can't take the fifth because he's got immunity.
So I don't remember.
Well, I think they can get him on that because they can bring up his emails and say, "Is this you? Is this you? Is this you?" It's you. So
Yeah. Well, didn't he like say 237 times? I don't remember. Like when they brought him in the other time. Yeah, it was
probably
ridiculous. Yeah.
So that's because he already got busted for lying under oath. He's like, I gotta better not make any more statements.
Yeah. So this is the guy I can't remember who is running our CDC. That alone, for her to not remember, he should be fired right there.
Yep.
If you can't remember, then you're done.
Well, look at how many times he lied during COVID. I didn't tell him to shut down. And then you got the video of him going, I told him to shut it down. I knew it was going to hurt, but don't wear a mask. Wear 3 masks. Jesus. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was. For
sure. Yeah, like Mark Levin said, he's like, why is this guy on TV all the time? Nobody loves Fauci more than Fauci. He's like, Jesus.
Right.
We actually knew somebody who loved Fauci more than Fauci.
Oh, yeah.
So, she stopped following us, both Rick and I, because we were just talking, bantering back and forth.
And may she rest in peace, because she passed away not too long ago. So
Well, that sucks too. Yeah, you never wish that.
So hopefully she's in heaven with Jesus and seeing.
I'm sure she is.
Life, so.
I'm sure she is.
Yeah. So, but it was kind of amazing because it's like, oh no, he's like, he knows everything. He's like the smartest man on the planet. And I'm like, well, there's other people who don't think that,
Yeah.
And but no matter
like
what
Dr. Peter
said,
McCullough.
Yeah, no matter what you said, it was like, you can't. Why are you going against Dr. Fauci? He's the guy that knows all the science. Like, yeah. So,
yeah.
Well, another one of the name calling things is when they called Joe Rogan crazy because he's taking horse dewormer.
Ivermectin.
Now they use it, and we knew they could use it back then, but they didn't want you to cure it. They wanted you to take the vaccine, and that's what it was.
They're all getting money back. They're all getting kickbacks.
Oh, Fauci's a multimillionaire because of it.
Yep. Did you see the Patrick Bet-David podcast with Chris Cuomo and Dave Smith? If you haven't,
I think
do yourself a favor. Oh, big time.
I never was, and they bring it up on the screen. Yep. Well, that's not really what I meant. Like, dude, that's exactly what you meant when you said it.
So, what a pompous ass Chris Cuomo was in that, though, man. I mean, Dave Smith had him by the balls. And PBD was just laughing. He's just like, "What are you doing?" But that was crazy.
Yeah, so best calls, high blood pressure, and folks I know very well. Yeah. Causes a lot of other problems too.
The blood clots and myocarditis or whatever that's called, in the heart.
Yep.
Yeah, bad time, man.
One of my customers, his nephew, was gonna be shooting like target, not arrows or whatever. So he's in the Olympics back in 2000, and he's mandated he gets a shot. So on his first shot, he passes out on the floor. They have to give him a CPR to kind of get him revived.
Wow.
And this is a guy who's physically fit, ready to go, work or participate in the Olympics for the United States of America. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I have a friend, Amy. She lives in Colorado. Same thing, marathon runner, you name it. Got the vaccine, but she also got COVID, and she says it's long COVID. It's been 4 years. She can't even run a mile. She lost her job. Wow. She says she gets up in the morning, she takes a walk, she comes back, she has to sleep for 2 hours. She's like, it hasn't gotten better, and it's putting a stress on her marriage and everything. I feel terrible for her because she's the nicest girl in the world. But unfortunately, it's just, you don't know what it is. Was it COVID or was it the vaccine? You don't know.
Have you told her?
She had both of them. She had COVID and the vaccine.
Yeah, of course. Almost everybody that got COVID had the vaccine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got the first 2, and then I was like, no, I'm done. But I've had it at least 3 times that I know of, and I think probably 2 other times when I had something that was just, it felt like it, but it was not nearly as bad. But I never got tested. So
yeah, I mean, if you think about it for a second, you could cut the sleeve of your shirt off and go into a store, and that's your mask. It's like, are you guys kidding me right now? It's like, is this real? Like we were.
It's worse than that. It's worse than that because I remember when the whole thing started, I went into Rubio's, and they're like, "Oh, sir, you need to wear a mask." I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about? I'm wearing a freaking mask." Well, you have to wear a mask in the store. So the guy behind me, I'm standing there like in bewilderment, right? And actually, I think I might have went back to my truck to get my mask. So I got my mask.
You did.
I'm standing in the Rubio's. This guy comes in. He goes, "Hey, I want to order something, sir. You have to wear a mask." He's like, "Oh, okay. Hang on." So I'd like to order, and they took his order. And I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?"
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh! But they accepted it as a mask. And I was
like, I got a buddy who is just insane. Like, he's a funny guy, but he's a lunatic. Well, he went to Victoria's Secrets and bought lace underwear and threw it on. You can completely see his mouth. And he walked into the store, and they couldn't do a damn thing about it because that was his mask. Are you serious, sir? He's like, but then he looks and he's like, "Why are you checking me out? Why are you checking me out?" It was the funniest thing, man. The guy, and he's like 6'4", a monster of a guy. So there's not much you can do. It was so funny, man. He's a lunatic. He just.
I took this off my wife before I left home, and I thought it would work as a mask.
Yeah, you probably spent $150 on them because everything there is ridiculously expensive.
Nice.
Oh, worth it though. Fun.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. That's like that joke that they had. Like 10 years from now, you're gonna walk around, pick up, grab an old jacket. Hey, there's a mask in there. That was a crazy time. Now I'm gonna go fight the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
So Beth Smay says a friend of theirs had a jab, then leg blood clots twice now. No use of his leg. So
terrible.
Have you looked into the there's a procedure that you can get that will help cleanse all those toxins out of your body?
It's supposed to cleanse all the toxins from the jab out of your body. I haven't looked at it, but I remember you telling me about it, and I read a little bit about it. But
that's Dr. Peter McCullough, right? That's his thing, right?
I don't know. The guy that I saw was who's the guy of the fighting league? You know, the Joe Rogan announces that. Who's the head
White?
Oh, Dana White.
Dana White.
So Dana White has this guy who's gotten Dana White in really good shape and got him, eating healthy and stuff like that. And he has a detox plan to help you get those detoxes, toxins out of your body, including if you have blood clots and everything still already. So,
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's some pretty amazing stuff. Yeah. He also went to Germany and got that blood thing for his tetanus in his ears or whatever it is, that ringing.
Tinnitus?
Yeah. Where they take they take two vials of blood, like a lot of blood, and then they put it in a machine that spins it for like 4 hours. You come back, and then they inject it back in you, and it's like a super cure. He said it's supposed to last like 6 months, and it was like 4 years before he had to go back and get the other blood. He said
wow.
Derek Jeter is the one that told him about it. But when you're a multi-millionaire, you can do stuff like that.
I've had that problem I've had that problem for at least 7 or 8 years now. Maybe more than that. Maybe 10 years. No, it was before I got out of the post office. So probably 10 or 12 years I've had that problem.
It's
just a constant.
Dulcie and then taking to Europe and getting it done. Come on.
Yeah. Well, that's probably from your first marriage where you made that video there of playing you and the kids playing in a band. I believe it was Bad Medicine by Bon Jovi.
Yeah, Bad Medicine. I looked for that about probably right when I retired because we got rid of everything in the house and we were gonna live in the RV. And I looked for that. I wanted to find it. I thought I knew where it was. I could not find it because I would have loved to taken that and put it on disc and then give it to the kids now,
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, they were just little kids. Yeah. I can't believe I remember that.
Hey, Kenny, you want me to tell you the story about you counting?
13?
13?
Still can't get past it. Every year it's my 12th birthday.
Yeah, there you go. That was funny, man. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
When you said that, I was thinking you can't get over the fact that they're going to keep asking you this every year, but then I realized you're talking about you can't get past 12.
Yeah.
I'm a little slow sometimes. I'm just admitting it,
Nah, don't worry about it. Yeah. So, what do you guys think about Trump getting rid of the Department of Education?
I like it. I don't know if he could get rid of it, but his plan to give it to the states, I think, is a great idea. And give them the money and let them do with it. Let them do with it what they want. Yeah. Because our government spends too much money on stupid shit. They really do.
No.
And
shrimp on treadmills.
and not that education is stupid, but the amount that we spend and what we get for it is stupid. Okay. Yep. And
I had my 14-year-old take the test, a test from 1950, failed it miserably. I was like, it's basically like, a civics test is basically like your citizenship. It's got a lot of those questions on there, and he didn't know any of it. Yep. Didn't know it. And actually, I was like, you broke my heart, Gavin, because he didn't know the 3 branches of the government. I was like, are you kidding? That's it. You're getting homeschooled. I'm like, this is insane. So he's just like, I was like, gosh. But education's terrible now.
I know the 3 branches of government: the Nina, the Pita, and the Santa Maria.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Walnut, oak, and pine, right?
Yeah. Blonde, brunette, and redhead.
Yeah, that's a different government.
Yeah, well, it rules your life. Regardless.
Oh man.
So I think Trump's picks are getting nominated. I think that's great. It is interesting because I came home last night. I want to say about 6 o'clock, and I turned on YouTube, and there's it said live the Kash Patel, basically in Congress, is grilling for Congress, whatever they call it, and it went on until probably midnight my time.
Carol Eaton is watching too.
Which would be
Hello,
3
Carol.
a.m. in East Coast time. I was like, holy crap, these guys are not wanting to give up on it. They just want to, get these things done, start pumping them out, get them in through, and then start getting them into the, getting them out of committee and into the full Senate so they can get voted. So
right,
and Kash Patel was genius. I mean,
he's great.
And all the stuff he did.
I think all of them have had great answers for the stupid questions that the Democrats have been asking them. I think they have all had great answers. Really,
could you imagine it? I tried putting myself in this situation. Kash Patel sitting across from Adam Schiff, and Adam Schiff have to question him after what he did to Kash. I mean, I was like, how does he not want to look at him and go, oh, you're on the list, buddy? It's like, but Kash would be great.
I love Pete Hegseth when the generals can't go into politics for 5 years after. Would you do that? Well, I'm not a general.
Yeah.
Pocahontas. The look on Pocahontas' face was like,
yeah. It's like, huh?
She didn't get it until everybody started laughing. And then she understood what happened. They're just, like you said, I don't know who the guy is that held. He's like, I got bingo twice. And he held up the card, and it's all that stuff.
Yeah, that's a Republican.
Yeah, they shouldn't even have those hearings. It's just basically a smear of the person because they can say whatever they want because it cannot be held accountable for saying whatever on the House floor.
Right.
It's disgusting. It really, it's a mockery.
Who was it that called Shifty Shift out for, I think you were censored for this before, were you?
Pam Bondi.
Yeah, Pam Bondi did that. Yep.
She's another good one.
And he shut up. So.
Well, she's probably twice as smart as he is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you guys elected him into the Senate, Jeff. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, way to go, Jeff.
I did not.
You guys, you Californians.
Hold on.
You're constituents.
Let me rephrase that. You're probably right. I did vote for him to go into the Senate. On the paper I filled out, I was not voting for Adam Schiff, but I'm sure when it went to the ballot, I voted for Adam Schiff.
There you go. All right.
I'm sure my son voted for him, and my daughter voted for him too, even though they don't live in the state.
Yeah. The Senate's different. They're going to get sick of his shit real quick because he's just an embarrassment, man. But he's just, I mean, there's got to be something he could be held accountable for. Leaking their phone numbers, something to get that son of a bitch in trouble.
It will be between Pam Bondi and Kash Patel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, justice is going to be served. And, these people are, do you have a hit list? No, I want to do follow justice. I want to, go after.
I have an accountability list.
Keep people accountable.
Yeah.
And it's going to happen. And
don't break the law. You're not in trouble.
Yeah,
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's everybody. They're like, oh, it's retribution. No, it's called accountability. You spelled it wrong. It's just like, and that's what it is. And I don't even care.
Retribution is let's see how many things we can bring Trump in and get him legally. So that he can't run for president again. Oh, sorry. He beat that too. And he ran for president. And he beat your ugly ass. There.
Yeah.
You like them apples.
Yeah. Well, that's one of my favorite things. They're like, you voted in a felon. Well, what's that say about your shitty party? A felon beat you.
That's my answer exactly. What's that tell you about who he ran against if a felon can beat him? Yeah.
Democracy's on the ballot. You didn't even go through democracy, the democratic process.
If democracy was on the ballot, Kamala wouldn't be on the ballot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jeez. And then they're like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Ex-California governor, so just saying, Or
I
also heard she's going to run for president again, so I can.
Yeah, she's thinking about it. I know that, but
she's intolerable, man.
You know what though? I hope she does run for president. Then they definitely won't win.
Yeah. Who do they have? I mean, who do they have? They have no one right now.
They got nobody. They don't.
They didn't even learn. They're still preaching the same stuff.
Yeah.
Transgender, this, that. Did you see that that interview with that transgender? And he actually said, I can't believe Trump signed this on National Women's Sports Day. It's like, are you out of your goddamn mind?
Not a freaking woman, bitch.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's
But they have no
Well-
common sense. That's the whole problem. They have no
And here's,
Yeah.
common
here's,
sense
the, here's the
whatsoever.
thing what I think about transgender. You do whatever you want. Don't
Yeah.
care. Don't care. But you know what? I don't want you going in the bathroom with my daughter. I don't want my daughter swimming against you in a meet. And I told my brother this many times on this show, I'm sure. I'm glad it never happened when my daughter was swimming in high school, because I don't know if I could have kept myself from jumping in the pool onto that man and
Yeah.
saying, you're not a girl, get out of the fucking pool.
yeah.
And
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but
Like-
I don't think he would have made it that far, because you'd have went in the locker room like, "What the hell are you doing in here?"
Yeah.
This is yeah.
Yep.
So,
Justifiable too. I mean, I'm on your side on that one. You know,
today it would be. I mean, today it would be again, but prior to 4 years ago, it would have been acceptable too. But the last 4 years, like, oh, you can't do that. And
Yeah.
it's sad to watch all these women. They're like, oh, isn't it so amazing that he's so amazing that he's
Yeah.
becoming. And it's like, how do you let a transgender win a beauty contest?
Oh,
Fat, overweight transgender.
Bruce
wins.
Jenner was Woman of the Year.
yep.
Holy
Yep.
First year
crap.
he's a woman.
Yep.
First
Yeah.
year he's a woman. He's
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Well, that just shows you one thing: men are better at everything, I guess.
There you go. Well, did you see that transgender on Jeopardy? It now holds the women's high score in Jeopardy.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't watched that show in forever.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but yeah, I like the new argument though. The Trump, is he banning transgenders from the military, or is he making them go through a psych evaluation?
I don't know what he's doing there, to tell you the truth. I don't.
Um,
And this is my theory on transgenders in the military too. If you're transgender, you want to go in the military, go in the military. But you're going to follow the military rules. We're not going to change them for you. You're
Yeah,
gonna
we're not
follow the
taking a
rules.
knee. Yep.
And you're wearing men's uniforms. If you want to get off duty and put a dress on, you go right ahead. As long as you're doing your freaking job. I don't care.
Yep.
I want the best people there.
Right.
Do it. And
Yep.
if that gets in the way of you being the best, then no, I don't want
The only issue I have, and it's because they have a 40% suicide rate with transgender.
Yeah.
And you're going to have a gun in their hand in a high stress situation.
Yeah.
And I'm just speaking, I've never served in the military. If I could go back in time, I definitely would. But it's just a very high stressful situation.
it. It is.
And,
And by the way, it doesn't get better once they've transgendered.
nope.
It's still the same suicide. Matter of fact, it goes up a little bit.
7.6% the suicide
Yes.
rate goes up in PTSD. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, think about that. You're like, I mean, I can't imagine being like thinking I'm stuck in the wrong body to begin with, but then getting the surgery, realizing, oh man, I can't go back to that. And if this doesn't work and I got to do like that dilation thing for 10 years, it just sounds like hell. It really does. Sounds terrible.
Mhm.
You know?
There are women or men that have done it, and
Yeah.
there's a woman that did that was on What Is a Woman? The movie that the guy created.
Matt Walsh. Yeah.
Matt Walsh created, and What Is a Woman? There's
Mhm.
a woman who's on there who used to be a man, and she got she was a woman and she got transgender to a man, and she talks about all the problems that she's had.
Yeah.
Like because they take like a muscle out of your forearm or something like that to make it your new penis, and she said there's ingrown hairs in the parts
Yep.
that have been added, and it's like, and
Yep.
all these surgeries cost a lot of money because there's
Yep.
infections because of ingrown hairs. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's terrible. The one thing that Trump did say though is that he said, if you're going to be a transgender military, fine. You don't get the military. The military's not paying for it. They're not
Right.
No,
gonna
you're
pay
supposed to be
yourself.
available. Yeah.
Yeah, because you
Right.
have to be available 24/7. You can't
Yes.
say, well, I got.
And
2 years, I
that's
gotta
my
recover."
point. That's
Yeah.
my point exactly. You come in,
Yep.
yeah, we're not paying for any surgeries. We're not doing that, anything like that. You come in, you get all the benefits everybody else gets.
Yeah.
And you better do your job. And if you're not available, then you're not in the military. That's
Yep.
simple.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is they're starting to bend the knee. They lowered the threshold to get in. And, it's like, and that's what they're freaking out about Pete Hegseth talking about women in war, and
Right.
like he's quoting the actual real studies that Obama had that they tried pushing way down in the gutter, being like, oh, no, that's not true. It's like, it is true. Their muscle mass isn't the same. Their endurance isn't the same, but they did excel at like shooting. They're like, for some reason they can concentrate better than men, and
Imagine that.
yeah.
Wayne,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wayne
Mm.
there posted a couple posts, and it's on my phone. It's not on our feed, so I'm gonna read them.
Okay.
He said last year there was a transgender boy that ran on a girls cross country team here in Maine and was winning all the races in high school. He says I have a niece that wants to transgender to a boy, and he or her boyfriend wants to transgender to a girl. Pretty effed up. How about if you
So
just
here's the
stay
thing.
same and pretend?
Here's the thing, and this is another thing about the transgender movement that I'm absolutely opposed to. No one under 18 should be able to say, I want to be the other
Right.
sex, because
Yeah.
people under 18 are stupid. They don't make
Mhm.
good decisions. They think with their emotions instead of their head. And
Right.
oh, you know what? These two right here, the boy wants to be a girl wants to be a boy, are probably thinking, look how popular we'll be if we do
Yep.
this. Everyone will like us, so let's do it.
No, that's not the reason they're doing
Mhm.
it.
I'm telling you, that's the reason. I would bet
There-
my house on that. As a matter of
I
fact,
would
just
Well-
saying.
agree with you. I'd help
Yeah.
support that bet. So
Yeah,
Tony
there's a
Ross
doc-
is watching. Hello, Tony.
Yeah, there's a doctor, and that it used to be a man, now it's a woman, 70 years old, and was complaining about this like 5 years ago, going, I'm afraid it's just a fad. It's the cool thing to do, and that's why they're doing it. And they're making mistakes that they can't switch back. You know, it's like, oh, I mean, what's scary is if you like look into history to the Roman Empire, that's when men started being women and women
Yep.
started. That's the downfall,
That was
and
the
we're
downfall, yeah.
and history
We're
repeats
right
itself.
there.
And
We're right there.
yep,
Yep.
yeah, that's scary. You know,
Mhm.
it's just
Now, those are
Actually,
those
I have
are
a friend-
ignorant of history repeat history.
I have a
Not
friend
that
whose
history
daughter,
necessarily repeats itself. So just saying.
wanted to be a boy, and they just said, okay, whatever you want to do. And like 2 years later, she said, no, I'm a girl. And they never went through the process, obviously, did whatever. But imagine someone who said that, and then they went through the process.
Yeah.
And then they said, no, I'm still a girl. Now you're fucked. Okay?
Yeah.
Because you've already went through the process. And these
Yep.
people nobody that age should be able to be given medications, any surgeries, anything like that. You want to think like you want to think, that's fine. But we're not gonna change you permanently. Once you're 18 or 21, whatever you want to make the age, because you can go in the military at 18. You can't drink till you're 21. You're not supposed to smoke till you're 21 either, but yeah, I know how that goes. But I mean, nobody below that age should be able to change themselves. Once you're an adult, you do what you want to do.
Right,
That's what I
yeah.
say.
On your own
Well,
dime. On your
well,
own
you know-
dime.
Yeah, you know what those radical doctors tell the parents, though, right? Wouldn't it be
Oh, yeah.
better to have your son as a girl instead of your son dead? It's like, what the hell? Jesus,
Well, like
That is a
like
piss
what we
poor
just said,
response.
if they have him as a girl, the odds go up that he's going to be dead.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because the suicide rate goes up after they've changed.
yeah.
So
And me,
yeah.
me being selfish, I hear that and I'm like, I can't even get a painkiller from my doctor, and other doctors are recommending this. God damn, I gotta,
I know.
I gotta
I know.
go.
Maybe that's the problem. You got to go ask for a choppendectomy to get some painkillers.
Yeah.
So,
I got
Hey, Kenny?
18. Yeah, I
Hey,
busted my chin open with 18 staples, and they're like taking ibuprofen. I'm like, come on, are you kidding me?
Hey, Kenny, I had a golfing accident about a month ago, a little over a month ago.
I heard this.
So yeah, golf cart flips, lands on my leg. This is the most pain I've ever been in my life. I almost passed out. It hurt so much. I'm just deep breathing. I go in, I get in there. The doctor looks at me. I go, you think I can get something for the pain? He looks at me like,
You junkie.
yeah, they gave it to me, but his first thought was, yeah, he doesn't really need it. He's just asking for it.
Yep.
He's in there.
Yeah.
Holy crap! But that's how it is now.
Yeah.
kick
I-
my foot against a wall so I can come in here with this big ass bruise and scab and everything on my foot to say that
Yeah.
I need a painkiller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
and I
no,
got
when
a
I-
hairline fracture in my leg at the same time. So yeah, that's just because I wanted to get painkillers.
I did
Yeah.
all that so I could get a couple of painkillers. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. So when I had my first hip replacement, I get out of there. They give me some painkillers and it lasted me about a week, and I needed some more. I went so my doctor up in Syracuse told me to go to my regular doctor and get them. So I went to Dr. Zhang on Front Street in Binghamton, and I say, hey, I'm still in pain. I need them at least to help me sleep. He gives me a bottle of 100 oxycodone.
Nice.
Yeah. How many
100
you
of them.
still got? You still got?
Oh, I
88
threw them.
or
I
what?
threw them away because I thought.
Sure
someone
you
was-
did.
No, I did.
No, I know
I
what
So
I
his
did.
second hip replacement was sponsored by
I did.
oxycodone on the
No,
street.
No, so in reality, Kenny, I kept them for a while because they were great for migraines. Oh my god, They're
Yeah.
great for migraine. But I kept noticing they were going down. Somebody in the house was stealing. So
No.
I dumped them down the toilet. I said, nah,
Yeah.
oh,
You know,
whatever.
You sure there wasn't a filter in your sewage system in your trailer when you dumped them out and they just picked them up later or what?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
I tell you what, I had a tooth pulled back years ago, and the doctor gave me Vicodin. And I got home and it hit me. And the first thing I did is I went upstairs and my wife's like, "What are you doing?" I go, "I feel fucking fantastic. I want to count how many I got left." I was like, and then when I broke my foot, they were going to give me Vicodin. And I was like, "Oh, no, I can't have that." And he's like, "Oh, he make you sick?" I was like, "No." I go, "I felt the best I've ever felt. I put a deck on my house. That's how
There you
good
go.
I felt." It gave me, I didn't sleep for like 2 days. I'm like, I understand why people are on the street doing what they're doing for this. I'm like, holy cow. I've never had it since.
Kenny, you sure he didn't give you Viagra?
Oh, no.
So I had a cyst right
Vicodin,
here.
Viagra, whatever.
I had a cyst right here, and it was on my nerve. And whenever I touched it, I'd feel pain in my shoulder because it was on my nerve. So I went to get it removed, and they got me there. They got me on IV Darvon. And I'm literally thinking to myself, "Oh, take your time. Take your time. You don't have to get done too quick. This is good."
Yeah. Now my wife, she doesn't even take aspirin. She's like just natural, healthy kind of girl. Well, she ended up having an appendicitis, and I had to pick her up at the hospital. I went to work that day because nothing I could do afterwards. So I went to work, and I was like, "All right, I'm coming up to pick you up." She's like, "All right." I'm like, "Where do I pick up the wheelchair?" She goes, "Oh, I'll meet you out front." I'm like, "They wheeling you out?" "No, I'm walking out." I'm like, "What the hell they got you on?" She's like, "No, they just, I don't know, some kind of a liquid they gave me." She's like, "Oh, we'll go to Walmart, this, that." I'm like, "Babe, you shouldn't do this." And the next morning, she's like, "Oh, this isn't as bad as you said," because I had it when I was in 5th grade, and I remember how bad it hurt. "This is nothing." The next morning, she's just like, "I'm not saying you're right, but can you please run downstairs and get me the painkillers?" It's like, "Not until you tell me I'm right."
Because I can't walk. I can't walk.
Oh,
Too much pain.
yeah. Yeah, and my father-in-law was the same way with his hernia surgery. He's like, "I don't know what Kenny's talking about. His buddy must be a wuss." And 2 days later, when those painkillers ran out, he's right. He's right. Yeah, he just had his second knee replacement, and my mother-in-law won't allow him. Like, she is watching those painkillers like a Nazi. It is so funny. He's like, yeah, she's like, "You still got 2 minutes. Just give me the goddamn pill." It's so funny. And he can't get up and do anything about it, so she owns him.
Well, here's what Dr. Zhang told me when he gave me the 100 pills. I'm like, "Look, man, I don't want to get hooked on these, so I don't know what to do." He goes, "Do you take them when you don't need them?" I go, "No." He said, "Then you're not hooked on them. Don't worry about it. So if you need them, take them." That's what he said. I said, "Okay." So, but yeah, the same surgery. I was in the hospital, and the day of the surgery, they had me on what's that one they give you in the military if you're shot? They give you a shot of it.
Morphine.
Morphine. Oh my God. I was feeling no pain at all. I got the crutches. I'm walking without it, putting weight on my leg, going up and down stairs so they could do it. The next day they took me off the morphine and I could only use the oxycodone. Oh, it was still painful then. Morphine is it was really good.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Rick. Didn't your first hip surgery go terrible? I thought I remembered you walking like, I don't know, almost like Igor from what you call there, Frankenstein. There, Dr. Frankenstein.
I had to get it redone a year later. Yes, they gave me a bad part, and I had to get it redone.
I hope you got some money for that.
You got a couple of bucks.
All right, good job. I got an RV, a couple homes.
No, it wasn't that much. No.
Oh, Jesus.
Harley Davidson, whatever.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I thought I remembered you. I thought I remembered that. You walking real like I don't know, man. Look painful.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Oh, that was when I was
June 1999.
47, so that was 16 years ago.
So I'm 2 years younger than my brother, and I haven't had a knee surgery, haven't had a hip surgery, haven't any of that shit.
Hey, Uncle Jimmy's on. Uncle Jimmy.
Were you the best softball player in the Southern Tier in 1983?
I was one of the best roller hockey players in Anchorage, Alaska. So there you go.
No, all right.
And speed skating.
I guess that proves it. Rick's a wuss. I don't know what to say.
No, I did play soccer with my brother for a while when I lived in New York before I moved to California. So
yeah, Yeah, my kid's really good at that. His team's really good. I know nothing. I'm always yelling, "You got to hit somebody out there." He's like, "I can't do that." I'm like, I grew up with football.
Not football.
Yeah,
Or,
I would say-
rugby.
or hockey.
Yeah, I'd always say that to my daughter too. And then finally, the last game of her senior year, she laid somebody out on the sideline. I was like, "That's my girl." Now that would have been a Nicole thing. She was a bruiser. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nicole was a good softball player, but she could run a home run into a triple.
Oh yeah. No. I remember watching one of her games.
Hopefully she's not watching.
Yeah. Oh, she knows. I've said it to her before.
Yeah, I remember watching one of her games and she got walked, and my mother goes, "It's all right. It's as good as a hit." And the lady next to my mother goes, "Not when Nicole's at bat. We want to hit." I just saw her. She's like, "Oh, I dropped 30 pounds." I'm like, "Yeah, I'd appreciate if you stopped doing that because I'm finding every bit of that stuff you're losing."
I've been picking it up every day. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, geez. Oh no, I don't deliver anymore. I just drive. Food's never tasted better. And it's I'm almost 50.
I remember Nicole had a softball game one time, and this girl was pitching against him was really fast, and they're like swinging like after the ball goes by. And I go, "Nicole." She goes, "Dad, we can't hit her. She's too fast." I go, "No, come here. Here's what you do. This girl's got her arm here. You lift your leg. When her arm comes down, you step, and that's when you make up your mind whether you're going to swing. Not so the ball's as it's leaving her hand, you're already starting to swing, and that's when you decide. When her next time up, she crushed one, and she's like, then she's telling all her friends what to do. And I don't remember if they won the game or not, but they did a lot better after that for sure. So.
I hope they carried you off at the end of the game.
They should have. They didn't, though.
They should have, yeah.
Now, did Ricky play any sports or?
He played soccer. He was really good, and he played as a senior or as a freshman. He played varsity. And, yeah, he was really good. And I didn't like his coach. Ricky played offense at first. He was playing in like the fourth or fifth game. He was playing. Ball comes down, hits him in the chest. He turns and drills one, and the goalie never saw it, but it hit him right in the chest. He never saw it coming, hit him in the chest. And same game, Ricky got a breakaway. They took him down. They got a penalty kick. The guy let someone else take the penalty kick. The next game, he put him on defense, and he played defense the rest of his career.
Yeah, that's where my son's at too. Yeah.
I mean, you can be good at defense too, but it was just it bummed me out that he played really well, and then he put him on defense because he played really well.
Did Coach have a kid on the team?
No.
Yeah. My son went through it. It's all politics up here. Like, 'cause we're a huge soccer school. They won states like six years in a row.
Oh,
and
wow.
When he first started, I mean, my son was so good that I was sitting down and the coach on the other team's like, "There's no way that kid's 8. You can never convince me." I'm like, "That's my boy. He's 8 and he's a young 8." And he's no way. 'Cause he had like 13 goals. It was insane. He was just so much faster than everybody else. And at that age, I mean, super aggressive too, like super aggressive, which is hard to find. And then he went to a different team, and the coach's kids were playing, and they stuck him on defense, and that was the end. Yeah, he lost. Yeah, because
when Ricky was 9, we went to a tournament under 12, and he was the smallest kid out there pretty much, and he's slide tackling these great big tall kids, and they're all getting up whining, and all. I'm just laughing. It was funny.
Yeah. Our school is so good at soccer that when they were 11, they were playing against 14-year-old kids and winning. That's how good they are. Yeah, they're. I mean, amazing. They're, like I said, they're just unbelievable how good they are. We're just a soccer school, you know. It's just. I mean, I think we had 2 seniors on the team this year, and only lost 2 games. Everybody else is sophomore, freshmen, and juniors. I mean, we're just a soccer powerhouse. That's how it goes. Our coach got suspended for running the score up. So he got suspended. The next coach came in, and they won by 18 goals the next game. He's like, "I'm really not running the score up. It's just you guys moved us down from Quad A to Triple A, and we were killing everybody at Quad A. What do you expect is going to happen?" You know. Right. So but now the next class coming up is. They're just video gamers, so it's not going to go well. Not at all.
They can play really well in the video game, though, I bet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Really FIFA. Good soccer players, yeah. FIFA, they rule.
I should be able to do that in the field. I should be able to run as fast as the guy that's on the field I'm playing with, all right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah.
Uncle Jimmy says, "Shit, I've had 39 surgeries."
Oh, my goodness.
And you're still alive, so that's good, right, Uncle Jimmy?
That's
Do you
about
still have all
39
your
more
own
than I have,
organs?
so yeah.
Sheesh,
Exactly.
39 surgeries. Goodness gracious.
I gotta pick up my game. I've only had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've only had 9. Holy
Oh,
cow!
it's the little things in life, Rick, that you appreciate.
But 7 of them were on my legs, but
Jesus.
Well, you just gotta drive around with Brad in a golf cart. You probably get a couple more. I'm sure.
there we. I should have had a surgery now, probably. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, at least it wasn't in the water.
Well, that time
Oh.
anyway.
Oh, jeez.
When
Yeah.
I first heard that my brother was in a golf cart accident, I was laughing my ass off because so many times when we were younger and playing golf, we had so much fun with the golf carts. I'm assuming that my brother's driving when he got in the accident. No, he wasn't driving at all.
Oh.
Well, too bad for
And-
you,
and-
I guess.
And he wasn't screwing around at all. He just didn't know how to drive.
Right.
He's 18 years old. He's our son. Dulcie and I's son, and I'm teaching him how to drive, and he drives the cart. And the first 18, he did okay. He had some. I had to tell him some stuff like he didn't know you either had the gas down or the brake down. There's no in between. He was either flooring the gas or flooring the brake. I'm like, no. You don't have to stop that quick. You get it. And so the first day it was on the 14th hole going to the 15th hole. He turned this corner and there's a bush, and he runs the cart. And I'm like going this to get away from the bush because he had the bush right in the cart. So then the second day we went. He goes around that. See, I didn't get you in the bush. The very next turn is when he flipped the cart.
No. Some of the golf stories are the best.
And he felt really bad. He was, oh my God, look, man, shit happens. You weren't screwing around. It just shit happens, no sense getting upset about it. And yeah. So yeah.
I used to golf a ton. I have a golf course a mile from my house.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I thought my buddy died there. Actually, they have a driving range, but it's set up where they also have a tee box, not all that far from a driving range. And he's getting ready to tee off, and you're whap right off the back of his head, and he drops like a ton of bricks, and he's not moving. And I see blood just start pouring out of his head. And I'm like, holy shit! And I'm like, Tommy, and I'm shaking him. And this little tiny 5-foot lady comes over. I am so sorry. I'm like, there's no way you hit that. And she goes, I Happy Gilmore Day.
Oh my God.
He comes through.
In more ways than one, apparently. Oh my God.
Well, he comes through and he's like looking around, doesn't know what's happening. He's feeling his head. He's putting his finger in his head. He's gushing it to bring down the emergency cart. He leaves in an ambulance. And if you think to this day we've ever let him live that down, no way. Like, remember that little 5-foot girl whooped your ass? But I mean, it was scary though, because he dropped like a ton of bricks. Just boom, hit him down and wasn't moving. I'm like, Tommy. I was like, holy.
I had a friend, Jeff, Mark Cornell. We were golfing one day. We were probably in our teens, and we were golfing one day, and he's in the woods looking for his ball. And he comes out of the woods, and this guy yells, "Far!" He gets behind his bag, and the ball hits his bag, and Mark shit his pants.
Yeah. I almost killed my wife one time. We were golfing. I was like, babe, back up. No, I'm good. It went bing, bing, bing all around inside the cart. I'm like, oh my God. She's like, no, you missed me. I'm like, God damn it.
So you're able
it never works out the way you plan. and that was a frustrated hit too, because I started hitting the ball real bad. You get real frustrated, swing harder. Directly to the right. Oh yeah. Yeah. I was like, I told you to move backwards. I was basically diagonal. I was like, you don't understand.
Yeah, you gotta be behind. You gotta be behind 90 degrees.
Yeah. She doesn't like to golf. She just likes to drive the cart. That's all she likes to do.
That's what Dulcie likes to do. She likes to come with me and just hang out and drive the cart while I golf. And, some courses will let her do it. Some courses won't. But
Oh, really? Yeah, they don't care down here.
You always take 2 sets of clubs and she just doesn't hit the ball, right?
Well, then you got to pay though. You got to pay.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And she doesn't golf because her shoulder. She can't swing the club because her shoulder bothers her.
No, you just got to swing the other way. Got to go ambidextrous.
I heard that about you, Kenny. You like swinging the other way. I heard that.
Hey, I'm not going to deny it. Hey, I double my chances.
There you go. Oh yeah, that's that guy from Queen. Freddie Mercury said, if you're not bisexual, you're only fucking half the world.
Yeah.
And look what happened to him.
Yeah, it ended well. Yeah, I believe he went out on top.
Yeah.
He might not have been on top of that moment. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, whatever, Hey, well, the Judas Priest guy, too. What was his name, the singer there?
Oh, he was gay? I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You could.
Years how he died. Now you know.
Yeah.
Judas Priest does the best version of Johnny Be Good I've ever heard. It is so good.
If
you haven't heard it, you should listen to it. Wow.
Yeah, there's some amazing artists out there now. I've been into these guys that are rock. They're rock and roll guys, but what they do is they'll take for instance, God, I'm trying to think of the song. They did David Bowie to Metallica. It is fantastic. It's an Enter Sandman, but it's David Bowie. And
really?
I'll send it to you, Rick. It is fantastic. I sent it to my one buddy, and he's like, I've never heard such a good thing in my life. I was like, welcome, my friend. But these guys are and they sound like David Bowie. The guy I'm going to send you, he does all sorts of videos, and he'll do a whole song in 20 different band voices. They're so incredibly talented.
Yeah, it's kind of sad because I think about all those different musicians and bands and stuff that came around when we were growing up. It's like, where are these bands anymore? There are no bands like that anymore.
No. What's sad is if you want to see that, you got to go to a bar and watch a local band if you want to see real music anymore.
Yeah. It's like why would that stop? Why did it stop?
Computer. It's hard to find bands at local bars now too. So
yeah. I got a couple of friends that do it, and they're really good, but they're also getting up there in age, and once you get a family, it's over. It's hard getting out a bar until 2:00 in the morning when you got a baby at home. So they say.
Well, Aerosmith didn't seem to have a problem with that. So
yeah, he's a wacko too.
Yeah,
dude looks like a lady. Who did he write that for? Like White Snake or somebody like that? The irony.
Let's see if this plays.
Too loud.
What's that? Too loud?
Yeah, because it's overtaking your mic.
All right. How's that?
Maybe a little.
Too soft.
It's probably not gonna play. We're gonna lose all content for this show if you play that song in this show. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. They're gonna take all our money from us.
Yeah, all 4 viewers will have to go in somewhere else. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to let you guys go. My phone's at 2%.
All right.
So, all right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it, man. Great show, bud.
Hey, goodbye.
There you go. He's gone.
There he goes. It was a good show. I liked it. So
it was.
Yeah.
He's still in the studio, but I think he's offline.
Yeah.
Should I kick him from the studio? I can ban him.
Nah, it doesn't matter. He's not. He's
I can
okay.
ban him from the studio.
Yeah, ban him. Let's see.
That's funny.
No, we don't want to ban him from. Kick him from the. Yeah, I'll kick him from the studio. There we go. There we go.
He's offline. I think. I don't think he was on. Maybe he's trying to figure out how to get offline. He couldn't. So he's like, "This thing won't turn the damn thing off." Like, oh, there we go. It's off now.
There we go. So yeah, it was a good show.
Good show. Nothing really talking about a whole lot of the politics.
And I'm thinking as we're doing this, anybody we had Kenny on, if anybody wants to join us, and even if you have opposite views of us, that would be great too. But
as long as you can be civil, because we can be civil,
right?
We just want to be able to have a conversation. So
I tell everybody that I will call presidents' names, congressmen names, senators' names, mayors' names, people running for people's names. I will call them names. You come on our show or I talk to you, I am never going to call anybody a name, because here's the way I look at it. This person says, if this happens, this is going to happen. And I say, if this happens, this is going to happen. And we disagree. All those are is opinions until it actually goes through and it happens. Okay, that's all they are, is opinions, because nobody knows for sure what the outcomes are going to be. So
Exactly.
Anyway, that's my.
Exactly. All right. Well, so we end the show. We want to say, God bless you all for coming to the show. God bless America. God bless our troops. God bless our president of the United States. What an amazing man! The job he's doing. It's just hold on because he's at warp speed. God bless our police officers, our first responders, our firefighters, and all. So God bless you all. Thank you for coming by, and we greatly appreciate it.
Everything my brother said times two. We really appreciate you guys for showing up. There's a few people tonight, so any money we make is going to go to Cheap Trick or Judas Priest. So love you guys.
Not,
God bless you.
Maybe not.
And thanks
God
again.
bless you. Because it is.
And it's
the end
time
of the
to
show.
go.
It's time to go. We appreciate
Yeah.
you being here, but we can only be on for so long.
Time to go, brother.
All right. God bless you all. There we go.